You're not bored with your life. You're just rushing through it. So let's talk about it. This is Real Talk, Real Faith, inside Soulful Sister Sanctuary. I am your host, Zaria Grace. This space is for grown women who love God, carry a lot on their shoulders, and are ready to live lighter. Here, we talk about why we feel the way we do and how to move with peace, clarity, and faith that feels steady. We're going to keep it real. We drop the mask and we lay it down so that God can pick it up. Take what fits, leave what doesn't, but don't ignore what hits. Now let's begin. Some of you don't need a new life. You just need to experience your life differently. You don't need more money. You don't need a whole reset. You don't need to wait from some date that's 3 weeks out. Because if you're honest, your life probably isn't bad, but it's not necessarily good either. It may feel rushed or heavy or like you're just always moving from one thing to the next. And somewhere along the way, you stopped actually being in your life. And most of you don't even realize that. I've been hearing about this phrase that's going around that talks about romanticize your life. People are saying, yeah, you need to light a candle, make your coffee cute, put on music. And while that sounds really, really nice, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest, because some of y'all out here like, can I just drink my coffee while it's still hot? Not have to reheat it 3 times, not have to find a microwave an hour later. Like, can I just drink it hot? And now you're telling me to romanticize my life too? Like, ma'am. And I hear you, but let's just talk about it for a minute. So let me tell you why this is actually hard, because you've gotten used to just rushing through life and everything is so fast. You wake up and you're already thinking about the next things that needs to be done. You're eating, but you're not really tasting your food. You're having conversations, but your mind may be somewhere else. Have you ever been talking to somebody and you hear everything that they have said, but at the same time, you've heard absolutely nothing? In your mind, you're like, okay, after this, I need to do this. Wait, did I send that? Wait, what time was that appointment again? And then they stop and say, so what do you think about this? And you're like, yeah, yeah. You see, we're not in our lives. We're just moving through them. So when someone says, slow down and enjoy your life, you're like, well, how do I do that? Because as my high school teacher used to say, you constantly have 50 things on your plate at all times. And then on top of that, you're treating every moment like they really don't matter. You're constantly waiting for something bigger, the weekend, the break, the vacation, the next thing. But your life is not just the big moments. It's the small, regular, everyday ones. And if you keep skipping over those, of course your life is going to feel empty. You've gotten really, really good at being in a rush, and that's it. You wake up rushing, you eat rushing, cleaning rushing, and conversations rushing. And even when you don't have to rush, you're still rushing. So slowing down sometimes doesn't feel natural. It feels like something is wrong. And this is where I want to gently challenge you. When we look at scripture, God never designed life to just be endured. Think about Matthew 6:28-29. when Jesus says, consider the lilies, he literally points out something beautiful and tells you to notice it. Now, I'm not saying to go outside and start staring at flowers for 20 minutes, because some of y'all will probably be like, now what I'm supposed to be living for? But I'm saying you might be moving too fast to notice what God has already placed around you. Psalm 118:24 says, this is the day that the Lord has made. He didn't say this is the day that we're just going to get through or survive, but this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice in that. And then here comes John 10:10. I came that they may have life and have life more abundantly. Not barely getting by, not constantly overwhelmed, but abundantly. And I think somewhere along the way, we've learned how to pray, push, and persevere. But we never learned how to receive our lives. So let's cut to the chase. Let's clear this up. Romanticizing your life is not about spending a whole bunch of money or making things look aesthetic and pretending that everything is perfect. That's not what it is. It's being present on purpose. Letting small moments actually just be, and not rushing through everything like it doesn't matter. Your life is made up of small moments, not all big ones. So it may not be the candles or the music. So it can look like just sitting in your car for a second before you go inside, instead of just jumping straight into the next thing. It can look like just eating your food more slowly and just actually tasting it. It's stepping outside for a minute and not bringing your phone with you. It can look like just feeling the wind blow across your face or noticing the warmth of the sun shining. The little stuff. But that little stuff, that's your life. So here's what I want you to try today. Pick a moment. Not the whole day, not everything. Just one moment. And try not to rush it, but just experience it fully. You don't need to fix your whole life in one day, but you just need to stop skipping over it. Your life is not lacking. It's not missing something. You're just moving through it too fast to feel it. And if you keep living like that, you're going to look up one day and wonder, where in the world did time go? Not because nothing happened, but because you weren't fully there for it. So no, you don't need more money or a whole reset. You just need to come back to the life that you're already living. Now, before you go, unclench your jaw, drop them shoulders, and take one slow, delicious breath in and out. You have carried enough for today. God never asked you to be everything for everyone. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say no, and you are allowed to be cared for. Strong doesn't mean silent, and burnout is not holy. Lay it down so that God can lift it up, and I will see you inside the sanctuary.